Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Online Karting League Europe. This is our very first European race that we've got on offer tonight. Not the biggest grid on track, but some very quality drivers that we will have on offer tonight. We are racing at Paul Fletcher International with the Rotax Senior Max engine. So very good combo, very good track, well-known track, international track, super fun, super quick, and a lot of passing opportunities on offer. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We are super keen to see this league start officially tonight and hopefully grow every round. Super excited. We are just in the last couple minutes of practice. Even though it says 53 minutes, the guys will kick over into qualifying in the next 2 minutes. We are currently following Alphonse Kiwi, the current world champion in Kart Racing Pro, and already on the mark with lap times. Look at that, 55.169. Excuse me. So yeah, very quick Alphonse Kiwi as always. And then he's part of the CV Performance group. And then behind him, his teammate Carl Christian Tukru in second place, as it is, just warming up, getting into the swing of things. The guys tucking, trying to get maximum out of their karts. You see some of the guys are quite slow. Some of the guys forgot that it's open setups and they didn't really do much setup work, so unfortunate. And we are just waiting on the guys to go over into qualifying. Okay, if nothing's going to happen... Oh, there we go. Kicked over into qualifying, so the boys are going to get out there immediately. Only 9 karts. We've got Jake Fluid, who withdrew very last minute, and Archie here, no idea where he is. He was going to race tonight, so unfortunately losing a couple guys, but there we go. Who's first out on the track? That is the number 255 of Carl Christian Tukru. He's the first one to go out, and we'll follow him for a lap around PFI. Just want to double check, is my volume coming okay through with the mic? Tukru going into the final sector now. What looks like a hockey stick. Or a golf club even. They're onto the start-finish straight now. Tukru is going to start his first flyer. We'll follow him. Oh, he already started the first. Oh, you start your lap when you come out of the pits. So 55.6 there by Tukru, which is actually a pretty decent lap to start off with. Then Alphonse Kiwi 4/10 further down. Then I am not even sure how to pronounce his name. Kwa, I'll just call him on his actual name. 1.6 seconds down. Then Dan Shaw 4.4 seconds, and we've got the Frenchy Axel coming out of the bridge section now onto the back straight, featuring a Saudi kart. I don't think I've got his suit, so that's unfortunate. We'll follow the current world champion of the OKL KV UK World Championship. He's Alphonse Kiwi, part of the CV Performance group, although in the World Championship he did represent Team Saudi. So let's have a quick look. He's going to cross the line now, and I'd expect his lap time to go down. Yes, but Tukru is absolutely flying, a 54.85. So Carl Christian Tukru is raising that bar every time he crosses the line. That's amazing stuff, though. Currently on board with Kwa for OTK. I believe he's part of Core Racing. Going into the 180s. Oh, Jake Fluid, late joiner there in qualifying. Jake Fluid, who said he has to go out with family tonight, decides that he will join I just want to quickly send him the driver's briefing note, just so he doesn't come into this completely in the dark. How's it, guys, in the chat? Currently 6.5 minutes to go in quali with our international series. 10 carts on grid. Not the biggest of grids, but it's a decent start for a brand new series that we have started with OKL. First European Championship that we start. And we are super keen to see what these guys can do on track. Oh, Dan Shaw in his Kart Republic. Although almost everybody on track is currently running Kart Republic. Seems to be the dominating chassis in the European scene. Dan Shaw moves up into third place, 1.4 seconds of the pace. So the two C Performance drivers have everything under control when it comes to the setup of those karts. Axel now 7th on the rankings as it stands, so 3 seconds off the pace. So Axel doesn't have much to offer as of yet. Still trying to understand what to do with this Rotax Senior Max engine. Track should have a lot of rubber by now. You can see the darker lines forming into the corner sections. So definitely rubber being laid down, and the guys will gain every time they cross the line. It will be quicker and quicker. The 213 of Ruben Mamalok, sporting his MS kart. Oh, getting a little bit wide, or coming wide through that section into I don't know what they call it real life. In South Africa, that would definitely be called the golf club. So let's call that the golf club. I actually had a site open earlier with the track corner names. Just want to see if I can get that back again. Probably going to be impossible to find that tab now. No, I got it actually, believe it or not. Okay, and the 90 right is called the Bobby Game Corner. Yeah, and I think I also found that on my article earlier. Yeah, the Bobby Game Corner. That's turn number 9, no 8, and then the what looks like a golf club or a hockey stick is called Fletcher's Loop. So a very long corner, and then turn number 10. So it's only a couple corner names actually. So it's just turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then Bruno Ferrari S's is turn number 7. Then the Bobby Game Corner is turn number 8. Fletcher's Loop, turn number 9. And turn number 10. And we're on the start finish. Alright, cool. So a lot of these corners seem to be quite long. And they essentially call a couple corners just one corner. So, yeah, okay, cool. This is turn number 10 onto the start finish. Mamalok now finishing his lap. Just having a quick look through the grid. Noah Osterberg crossing the line now. Has he improved? No, 1.7 seconds off the pace. Not ideal. Adam US crossing the line now as well. 2.3. So the guys that forgot that it's open setup quite far off the pace as it stands. But there we go. The MS kart of Jake Fluid I don't have his helmet for some reason. I don't think he sent it. And if he did, I probably didn't install it in the correct place or in time, so that's unfortunate, but that's okay. We'll sort it out for the next round. Probably wasn't the best idea to start the European Championship the day after the South African Championship started, which meant I gave myself way too much admin. But at least we're going to get going. 10 carts on grid, Senior Max Engines, Paul Fletcher and International. And we're going to get this league on the go, and hopefully every round we improve, we get more drivers. From the next race onwards, we'll use the OKL Pro League setup, or Pro League rules, which means rolling starts, no stopping your kart on track and things like that. But for today, we just want to get momentum going. Or you can see a lot of the rubber laid down on the track. Let's see what Jake Fluid came in late midway through qualifying, puts his first lap and he's already into third place, although 1 second down the line. So CB Performance Group boys are absolutely on fire. A 54.853 by Carl Christian Tukru, and then Alphonse Kiwi 2.5 tenths off the pace there. So big gap from first, second and then to third. So interesting to see what the guys do. The format of today's race, a pre-final of 10 laps and a final of 15 laps, and that will be it. Adam US trying to complete another good lap. Will he be able to get a better lap in, improve himself? Nope. 2.359 is the gap. So 2.3 seconds, not ideal. Martin Varga not even posting a lap. Martin Varga still dreaming of the parking lot track that we've got in the back. And not posting a competitive lap at all. I see Axel said he just picked up a problem with his wheelbase, so he's going to withdraw from the race. So that's one less driver, unfortunately. Losing drivers before we even start with the race, so that's very unfortunate. Last person on track to complete his lap now will be Jake Fluid. Will he improve? Will he get closer? Oh, that's a big moment. Tucking a little bit too soon, and that caused his entire last bit of the lap to fall away. Everybody done now? Let's have a quick look. What I wanted to show you guys is I think Martin Varga is still hanging around here in the parking lot track that we put in here. Maybe Martin Varga is just having a good time and dreaming about the parking lot track. In any case, that is it. We're going to get into the racing. We're going to wait for the guys to jump or get onto the grid. Did all the drivers decide they're not going to go onto the track? What's happening here? Varga disconnected, so he's not even on the server as it stands. Oh, he's reconnecting now. That's unfortunate. And Axel is out of the race. Says he's got issues with his wheel. But as you can see, CV Performance Esports representing the front row once again. Pretty much as you'd always expect, they are a very competitive team, especially in Kart Racing Pro. One of the best teams in Kart Racing Pro as it stands. As well as Archie Heron Developments, also one of the best teams in KRP as it stands, who's not racing tonight, unfortunately. Just check how much Shaw's wheel is vibrating in his hands. Man's got a fighting his wheel there for a moment. Alright, so as I said, we'll do the standing start tonight. And tonight only. From next round onwards, we'll be doing rolling starts. 3 carts not starting, so only 7 carts going to track. That's honestly not ideal. We're in a start sequence now. Right, that's lights out and away we go. Kiwi getting a mega start. Tukru, a little bit of a dodgy start there. Alright, so I'm assuming the steward there decided to restart there for some reason. Something happened. Okay, there's something that they weren't happy about, so we're going to restart this one. Maybe that restart was just to give Martin Volga time to get back in. But yeah, guys, welcome and thank you for tuning in. Obviously, everybody's here to support CV Performance on the front row. Let's have a look at what's happening further down. Jake Fluid will start on the second row with Dan Shaw next to him. Then it will be Kwa versus Ruben Mamalak, Noah Osterberg versus Adam Uaz, and Martin Volga will be at the back with Alex out of the race as it stands. Alex saying he's got issues with his wheel. Alright, we're going to try this once again. Rotax Senior Max on a Paul Fletcher International. Alright, that's a start sequence. Alright, 2 carts now joined in, so we've got 9 carts on the grid at least. Alright, that's lights out and away we go. Big start there by the 2 CV Performance. No, Dan Shaw with a crazy start off the line. They're just yeeting into everybody in front of him. Somebody got taken out there in the background. Let's just have a quick look who's came off the worst there. It seems like Jake Fluid survived. Mamalok survived. Kwa survived. Everybody survived apart from the 288 of Adam Uaz. Seems like he's the one that spun out there in the back. And the 255 of Carl Christian Tukru. Is that Tukru off? Oh no, he's stuck on the bank there. So he'll be watching from the sidelines, unfortunately. Leading the way is Alphonse Kiwi now. Mamalok moving himself up a couple positions. That seems to be in 3rd place as it stands. Or does he? Dan Shaw out as well. So it's survival of the fittest as it stands. First lap done. Alphonse Kiwi done and dusted. CV Performance leading the way. Losing 1 driver already. Mamalok up into 2nd place. With Osterberg. So some guys got hyping or something, because every time we go onto them we just jump off of their carts. And there's another cart just shunted off into the background that I saw there for a moment. So Martin Volga on his own at the back with Adam Uaz in front of him. It seems like nope, the battles are now going to start. Guys are going to start settling in. No, look at the ping is not bad for most of the drivers. Most of the drivers actually have really good ping. It's only myself and Ruben Carstens with the South African connection. So that's probably why you see the carts bounce a little bit more than what they shoot. Which is okay. But on their side, everything is running smoothly. Alphonse Kiwi coming a little bit sideways out of that final corner, turn number 10. Going down under the bridge. Up into the overpass section. Over the bridge he will go, leading the way. And then currently in 2nd place is Noah Osterberg. Then Ruben Mamalok lost a couple positions there. So that's Kwa moving up into 3rd place as it stands. And then there we now have Mamalok. And then Jake Fluid in 5th place. So it does seem like one of the guys might have a time penalty, and that's why they're falling down the order as they cross the line. And Martin Volga, unfortunately, at the back of the pack as it stands. another lap done and dusted. Ooh! Alphonse Kiwi really doesn't like that last corner. He does come out of there sideways every time. Definitely not ideal. We've got Osterberg versus Kwai as it stands. Yeah, he does have a time penalty, it seems, because Mamalok is ahead on the timing sheets. Oh, a little bit of love tap there, side by side now. Side pod rubs there. Not ideal. Down the inside goes Kwa. Osterberg's going to try and fight that, maybe do a cutback, but it's going to give him the outside line into the next corner, so not ideal. Once again, 180s we go. Second 180 rather. See a cart off in the background there. Osterberg's going to just have to tuck in behind Kwa and see if they can work. Well, I don't think they're going to catch Alphonse Kiwi at all. He's 4 seconds down the line, so much, much quicker than them, and that gap will probably build up even more now. 6 seconds. Yeah, because of all the battling between the two of them, they definitely won't be able to keep up with Kiwi. Alphonse Kiwi is absolutely laying down the lap times on this track, with his teammate unfortunately taking an early retirement in the pre-final, scoring 0 points. And we'll just move over to Kiwi as it stands. Yeah, Jay, the server is hosted in Frankfurt, so all the European guys will have low ping, and I've got 150 ping to the server, so that seems a little bit bouncy, but that is just because of my connection to the server. The drivers themselves will experience no issues, or at least technically they shouldn't experience any issues, so they should be good to go. And as you can see, the guys are flying along. Kiwi just checking out, so his teammate Kyle Kusatukru is going to have to do everything in that final race to catch on to the back of him. It's going to be a big ask though, because Kiwi, unless something happens in the start of the final, is going to have a clean go at it. Right, I see a little bit of a battle brewing here in the background. No, not really. It's still just the same gap between the second and third drivers, Kwa versus Osterberg. And I promise I'll get your surnames correct, guys, in the future. Like I said, I probably shot myself in the foot, in both feet really, hosting the European race directly the day after the South African series start. A lot of admin, but we got going, guys, and yes, we don't have the biggest grid today, but I'm fairly certain it will continue to grow. Right, lap 7 of 10. Maybe we should give Kiwi a little bit of a balance of performance to slow him down, to pull him closer to the chasing pack, maybe. Why would anybody want to pronounce Sturman properly in any case, Luca? So Alphonse Kiwi still checking out in front. 8 seconds the gap now. Apart from having a little bit of a moment with his teammate, he's pretty much just checking out. Controlling that cart like there's no tomorrow. Or how did I say it? He's driving it like a rental. Going into turn number 10 now. On the exit into the start-finish straight for Alphonse Kiwi. So far, this is lap number 9 of 10 of driving completely on his own. The battle behind between Kwa and Osterberg still just remains the same. The gap's there. There's an opportunity, but not enough for Osterberg to be able to mount any potential threats. It's just these two doing, just lifting their hand just to say I'm slowing down a little bit, maybe to put on a show for themselves. But we'll go on to the start of the final lap. Let's see. We'll do an onboard of Alphonse Kiwi at PFI, taking us through the bridge section. Oh, that's not ideal. Kiwi just taking it easy, crossing the line, taking the first heat victory, and then moving back to the fight between Kwa and Osterberg, trying to get the most points out of the pre-final. There's a little bit of a moment here. Is he going to try and cross the line? No, he's not going to get him across the line. Almost a photo finish there. Fantastic driving by second and third. And then Fluid in fourth. Osterberg might have been well aware of that time penalty on Kwa there, so maybe not even trying to pass. Mamalok moving up into fourth with Fluid in fifth place. Adam Uas in sixth. Martin Varga retired. Carl Christian Tukru retired, and Dan Shaw retired early on in the race. So let's see what the guys will do in this final. Alright, that's the end of the pre-final. We're going to head over into the final pretty much immediately. Just look at this beautiful piece of work here. Hey, just slow this down. A nice little billboard there. A tribute to the current world champion from OKL KV UK, Alphonse Kiwi, 2023 world champion, part of Team Saudi for that world event. Part of the CV Performance esports team, and absolutely amazing stuff there, Kiwi. That's a really cool tribute. So now, will Kiwi just run away with this once again, or will Tukru maybe be able to pull this one through? His pace was there, but unfortunately, I won't say run out of talent. It seems like he just had a bit of a moment in the start of the pre-final, and he had to park his cart against the banking, and that was the end of his pre-final. So Tukru now have a lot to do. He's got really a lot of work to put in now to try and move up. Osterberg's going to be in the front row. Will he be able to pose any potential threat against Alphonse Kiwi? Or will Kwa or even Mamalok be able to get through here? Alright, so only Axel out of the race once again. So we're going to do the start sequence. Guys already tucking down. You just hear these carts. Well, that's lights out and away we go. Kiwi not getting the greatest start. You see Quark just moving through past everybody there. Kiwi being shunted to the side, but he keeps on to the back of that. Moves back up into first place though. Then Osterberg. Quark gets a mega start, but then falls back to the back of the pack really. Osterberg, and then that is Fluid behind him. And then Mamalok, or Fluid sending it down the inside there of Osterberg. And then getting absolutely shunted from the rear there by Mamalok. So Fluid already moving himself up into second place from 5th place, I believe. And then just having a look there, Tukru still in 8th place, so he didn't have the greatest of starts. Wow, Fluid is coming at Kiwi so quickly. Wow, look at the pace of Jake Fluid. Now he's really all over the back of Kiwi. Did Kiwi not load his setup for the final? Is he on the base setup? Because it does look like Fluid's got a lot more pace than Alphonse Kiwi as it stands. Running very wide there is Kiwi. Move back one. We see a fight here brewing between Osterberg and Mamalok. Let's just see what's happening behind them. Dan Shaw, he's got Carl Christian Tukru just behind him. Lucas Thurman saying Alphonse Kiwi and Martin Varga making mega liveries. Yeah, I agree. Look at this. Throwing a spanner in the works is Alphonse Kiwi getting himself a 1 second time penalty for track limits. Which means Jake Fluid on the track might be in second, but he does have first place on the scoreboard. And if he can keep it within a second of Kiwi, then that is top step for him in the very first European race. Into the S's we go. Kiwi building a gap now there. So see another fight here brewing between Mamalok and Osterberg once again. They did swap positions. Whoops, Mamalok going very, very wide. One very unfortunate, but very wide there is Fluid. Jake Fluid had a big moment. He fell down the order quite big. Quite a lot there. So that's a drastic drop off there for Fluid. So Fluid had a big moment. That's unfortunate. Then Mamalok. Then Tukru doesn't seem like he's chowing through the field and like I would have expected him to. But he is currently in 5th place. And now hunting down Mamalok in front of him. Just showing Mamalok on the inside. Listen, I am here. Oh, what on earth was that? Is that a little bit of a lag spike there? There's a whole lot of time penalties on track. Kwa retired as well as Martin Varga. And then we'll just have a look at what's happening there. Jake Fluid sending it down the inside of Osterberg, moving himself back up into 2nd place. But very, very far down from Alphonse Kiwi. Once again, pulls away. He had Fluid all over the back of him, who unfortunately seems like he took himself out. We just missed that on stream. Fluid now breaking away from Osterberg there. And then Tukru is just behind him. So Tukru is still in for a potential podium finish as it stands. Setting it down inside Osterberg, realizing that Tukru is much, much weaker. Just getting himself out of the way there. But penalizing himself really, because he lost more than just the position. He's now very far behind him. Alright, 2 seconds on screen is the gap between Fluid and Tukru, but on track they are as close as it can get. Up, and as we follow Tukru, he has a little bit of a moment there. You see Osterberg just lifting and just giving Tukru the space. Let me just quickly check the ping, because it does seem like there's a lot of bouncing for... No, okay, cool. Maybe it's just my ping to the server, unfortunately, which is not ideal. But Tukru is climbing through the field. He had a bit of a moment, though. We'll just move up to Jake Fluid as it stands, so currently in second place. Actually, I do see a little bit of a fight here in the background between Mamalok and Shaw. So let's just follow them for a moment and see what's happening. Right now it's the battle of the wooden spoon. Mamalok running very wide there. Will Mamalok be able to pose any potential threat for Dan Shaw in front of him in the Kart Republic? No, Mamalok's got a different line through there, and it seems like he's losing out every little bit on the track. Kiwi leading the way by a mega gap. And then Tukru and Fluid now having a battle. Tukru catching bit by bit every single lap. And as we say that, Tukru just falls off a little bit of a moment. Right, here we go. Once again, Fluid versus Tukru. Oh, down the inside goes Tukru. Fluid just leaving the door open completely. Is it me, or does Tukru seem like he's got a little bit of a lag? And his car just rubber bands quite a lot. That's definitely something that will need to be reviewed. Because if we just check, look at the gap that Tukru is pulling away from Fluid. Definitely something weird happening here. We'll just follow. Okay, it seems like Fluid does the same. So maybe that's just my connection to the server. .5 seconds is the lead from Kiwi to Fluid. So Alphonse Kiwi just pulling away, relaxing essentially in the front of the pack. No challenge from any of the competitors on track today. Lap 11 of 15. Kiwi pretty much just checking out on his own in front. We'll just see what's happening here. Then Tukru, so CV Performance 1-2. Then Jake Fluid in 3rd place. Noah Osterberg in 4th. Then Ruben Mamalok and Dan Shaw still having a go at it. And then as we go on to Adam Uaz, just got disqualification. Too many offenses. Adam Uaz gets a disqualification for too many time penalties. That's unfortunate. Uaz testing the limits of the game, essentially. 4 seconds the gap between Kiwi and Kyle Christian Tukru. Alan Cart driven by Noah Osterberg. And the battle on track still between Mamalok and Dan Shaw. They are the only two guys keen to put on a show, and as we go to Dan Shaw, he gets a little bit of a moment. So stage fright coming into play there. Into the 180s we go. And into the second 180. Oh, big moment by Mamalok. That opens the door for Shaw now to come and have a proper go at him. So will Shaw now be able to pass Mamalok at all? Will he be patient? He's been patient for quite a long time, so maybe now is the time to pounce. 2 more laps to go. Into turn number 10 we go now. And the door opens up just a little bit once again for Mamalok. So Dan Shaw not consistent with his laps there. That's unfortunate. Kiwi once again. Lap 13 of 15 now. Heading into the final sector once again. Tukru in second place. So Tukru he seems like he is catching Kiwi. Tukru is mega fast as it stands, but not enough time to close the door. That's 2 more tenths gained. And every time we come to these two, there is a fight, but not a big enough fight. Jake Fluid out of the race now as well. So did Jake Fluid get a disqualification? No. So maybe he just flipped his cart and insta-retire. That's unfortunate. Running wide, there's Mamalok. And then Shaw. So survival of the fittest. Only 5 carts on track. Half the grid gone now. But Alphonse Kiwi leading the way still. And into the final sector now for the second last time. We'll follow Kiwi for his final lap to take CV Performance home to a victory. And then Kyle Christian Tukru will take second place for CV Performance after this lap. Right, into the 180s for the last time. Second 180s once again now by Alphonse Kiwi is going to take us home. Just need to keep it clean. 2.8 seconds the gap, so Tukru has been catching lap by lap. Insane pace, to be honest. And into the last couple corners now on the exit, and going into turn number 10 is Alphonse Kiwi for his first victory of the season. And then second place for Kyle Christian Tukru, catching all the way. Really big comeback drive there from Tukru. And then Noah Osterberg and his Alan Cart will come and into third place, cross the line in third place now. So that's the final podium spot. Ruben Mamalok in 4th with Dan Shaw just behind him in 5th. And then Jake Fluid, Kwa, Martin Volga, Adam Uaz and Axel all out of the race, unfortunately. And yeah, that's it, guys. That's the final. Done and dusted. Only 5 carts remain of a 10-cart starting grid. And we'll probably see the server crash now. Yep. Alright, guys, that is the first European Championship race done and dusted. That was a really, really good driving there by Alphonse Kiwi, Carl, Christian Tukru from 8th place all the way up into second, and then a good finish there by Noah Osterberg in 3rd place. That was Paul Fletcher International. We will see you guys next month for another race, and we will be heading over to Kecskemét in Hungary on the 7th of February, and then the 28th of February we'll be running Kalani, and then the 30th of March we'll be doing Genk, OKL Genk. Idubi will be on the 10th of April. That's another South African track, and then we will hopefully have Le Conca and Le Mans done for the last 2 races. So we will see you guys in the very, very near future.